I'm actually born and raised here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I luckily had the experience of having Baton Rouge Clinic pediatricians be my primary care providers. And they really kind of gave me a path and set an example of what like a strong female mentor could be. I went to the College of Charleston in South Carolina for undergrad, knowing that I was interested in pursuing a medical degree. But at the time, they had such a great communications and broadcast journalism program that I figured, well, if I can take my pre-med requirements and also do something fun and use my creative side, why not? So I do have a degree in broadcast journalism from the College of Charleston. Interestingly enough, that opportunity led me to work at Viacom up in New York City, where I was working for MTV Networks in their public affairs department, and really kind of figured out, what's important in terms of mass communication. And I did a lot of research using mass media in terms of disseminating healthcare information, especially for people that didn't have good access to healthcare. Knowing that it was still always my game plan to go to medical school, but this was just a fun little detour at the time. Funny enough, I told my boss one day that I was sick and I went and took the MCAT. And I told myself, okay, I'll apply to medical school, and if it works out, great. If not, then this is the other path that I'm supposed to be on. So luckily it worked out. And it was a really funny conversation the day I told her, oh, by the way, I'm going to medical school, surprise. And then from there, so I was in New York City, I moved back to Louisiana to go to medical school in Shreveport. I didn't necessarily have a plan to come back to the state for med school, but when I interviewed there, it's hard when you're pulled back to people that you can connect with your roots. They had an excellent ENT department, and it's something I knew I was interested in. Like I said, I had some really strong female mentors leading the way and telling me I could do it, be a surgeon, be a working mom, eventually, that's the game plan. And I finished medical school there and decided to do my ENT, head and neck surgery training up at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., where I completed a really thorough head and neck surgical training, pretty intense. I loved my experience up there. I had the opportunity to do research at the National Institute of Health and get my allergy certification as well. Knowing that down the line, in the back of my mind, it was always kind of, all right, I think the goal is to go back to the clinic. I think I see myself there. I think I can bring everything I've learned with my training, both from my communication background and medicine, back here at the clinic. Ultimately, we all just try and put patient care first. I've worked a lot of different places, I've trained a lot of different hospitals, and I missed the sense of community that you have in a tight-knit group like this. You kind of can lose that in certain hospital settings and larger practice settings. And everyone's just very cordial. We're all on the same team and we're all here to support one another. And I think it's just a very unique way of practicing medicine. One that I was proud to tell people about where I was training from far away, because most people had never seen or heard anything like this. It's very unique. And there's a reason it's been so successful. There's a reason that people like me, I have other friends that also from the area went away for training and came back. I told my family, who always wanted me to come back to Baton Rouge, but I told them, I was like, I would only come back to work at the clinic. Like it was never a conversation. Like, I'm not coming back to Louisiana to come back to Louisiana, I'm coming to work at the clinic. And it's been an excellent transition so far.